In this video, we'll learn how to solve this 4x4 puzzle cube, also known as Rubik's Revenge. Ready? Let's go! Hey Cubers! How is everyone doing today? So, in this video tutorial, we'll learn how to solve this 4x4 puzzle cube using the reduction method. The idea of this method is to turn a 4x4 puzzle cube into a 3x3 puzzle cube, so that we can then simply use the 3x3 algorithm that we are already familiar with to solve the puzzle cube. Therefore, it is essential that you already know how to solve a 3x3 puzzle cube. If you want to first learn more about the 3x3 beginners method, you can watch our previous 3x3 puzzle cube video tutorials. I'll leave the links to the videos in the description below. Be sure to check them out. Well, before we start learning on how to solve a 4x4 puzzle cube, there are some move notation that you need to know. Alright, first, if you see an alphabet in uppercase, that means you rotate the outer side of the cube. For example, if you see F2, you rotate the front side twice clockwise. Next, if you see a R prime, you will rotate the outer right side once anti-clockwise, like so. Next, if you see lowercase alphabets, that means you rotate the inner side of the puzzle cube. So for example, if you see L, you rotate the inner left side clockwise. And if you see R2, you rotate the inner right side twice clockwise. Last but not least, for the move notation, if you see two similar alphabets, whereas one of them is in uppercase and the other one is in lowercase, written inside a bracket, then you rotate both the outer and inner sides together. For example, for FF2, you rotate the outer and inner front sides of the puzzle cube together twice clockwise, like so. Next example, if you see LL2 prime, you rotate the outer and inner left sides twice anti-clockwise. Alright, we are now all set. Let's begin our tutorial on how to solve a 4x4 puzzle cube. The first step in solving a 4x4 puzzle cube is to solve all the centers. Usually for me, I would start with the yellow center, but you can choose any colors to start with. Also, unlike a 3x3 puzzle cube, the centers of a 4x4 puzzle cube is made up of 4 tiles. This step is intuitive, there's no algorithm. One of the methods you could use is to create lots of 1x2 bars like this one. Then we'll make a second bar and then align them in a straight line. Next, we'll rotate the second bar up and turn the second bar to the other side. And lastly, rotate the first bar back. With that, our yellow center is solved. So for the first center, you can easily just rotate up to make the yellow center, like so. But for the rest of the centers, if you just do a direct rotation, you could mess up the other centers. As you practice more, you may discover other intuitive ways to solve the centers more effectively. All our centers are now solved, and our puzzle cube will look like this. So when you're solving the centers, it is important to make sure the locations of the colors are in the correct positions. We will use a 3x3 puzzle cube as a reference. So white must be on the opposite side of yellow, Blue is on the opposite side of green. And red is on the opposite side of orange. Alright, we are now ready to move on to step 2. For step 2, we'll pair up all the edges. In a 4x4 puzzle cube, each edge is made up of 2 edge pieces with same color on both sides, like this. In this step, we will learn 2 simple algorithms which I will show you shortly. First, let's find 2 matching tiles to form an edge. Okay, we have 2 blue and yellow edge pieces here and the second one here. The idea is to bring them to face each other on the opposite side. That means if the tile is here, the other tile must be on this side. And it must be diagonally opposite to the other tile. If you have 2 matching tiles, but they are not diagonally opposite each other, then you will apply this algorithm to fix them. Here's how it goes. Face the side with the 2 matching tiles towards you, then apply this algorithm. R, U prime, B prime, R2. With that, the 2 matching tiles are now diagonally opposite each other. We are not quite done with the edge yet. Next, we'll rotate the inner layer to match the 2 tiles. For me, I actually prefer to rotate both the outer and inner layers together because it's easier to turn both layers together rather than just turning the inner layer. But it's up to you, whichever way you prefer. When this is done, you'll mess up the centers, but we'll fix them later. Next, rotate the soft edge to the top layer. Once on the top layer, you will find an unsoft edge to replace the position of the soft edge by rotating the top layer. Once you've done that, rotate the unsoft edge down. Then for the last step, rotate the side back to fix all the centers. With that, we have successfully solved one of the edges. For the last 2 edges, you may encounter a situation where there are no more unsolved edges to be replaced. In this situation, instead of aligning the matching edge pieces diagonally, you will now align them horizontally. In order to pair the diagonal matching edges to horizontal, apply the same algorithm. R, U prime, B prime, R2. Now, to solve the last 2 remaining edges, apply this algorithm. D, R, F prime, U, R prime, F, D prime. With that, we have successfully paired all the edges. For the third step, if your puzzle cube does not have any parity cases, then you can proceed to solve the 4x4 puzzle cube using any 3x3 methods. You can only see if you have any parity cases when you try to solve the last layer of the 4x4 puzzle cube. For our case, we do not have any parity case. So Let's try to solve it using our FR Mix beginners method. Our puzzle cube is solved. Four by four parity cases occur on the top layer of a 4x4 puzzle cube. But why parity happens on a 4x4 puzzle cube but not on a 3x3 puzzle cube? The simple answer is that parity can occur if you put a centerpiece in a wrong slot. In essence, every face on a 4x4 puzzle cube has 4 centerpieces, and each have a specific slot they must go in. If you put a centerpiece in the wrong slot, you will have a chance of getting a parity during your solve. For a 4x4 puzzle cube, there is one OLL case. You can easily identify it when you see the edge pieces are flipped, like so. In order to solve this, position the side with the wrong edges to face towards you and apply this algorithm. R2, B2, U2, L, U2, R prime, U2, R, U2, F2, R, F2, L prime, B2, R2. You may encounter several flip edges, and you just have to apply the same algorithm as many times as you need to flip all the affected edges. Once the edges are flipped, you can continue to solve the puzzle cube using the 3x3 method. There are a few PLL parity cases. You can easily identify them by looking at the edges or corner pieces. In this first PLL case, the two wrong edges are opposite to each other. Hence, when you have this case, position the cube with one of the wrong edges to face towards you. Then you apply this algorithm to fix it. It goes like this. U2, LL2 prime, U2, L2 prime, U2, LL2 prime, U2. With that, our first PLL parity is fixed. Next, we have a second PLL parity case where the wrong edges are located at the right angle to each other, like so. For this case, position the puzzle cube with a wrong edge facing towards you and the other wrong edge facing to your right. Once in position, apply this algorithm. L2, D, F2, LL2, F2, L2, F2, LL2, FF2, D prime, L2. With that, our second PLL parity is fixed. We can now go ahead and solve the top layer of our puzzle cube using the 3x3 method. With that, we have successfully solved our puzzle cube. The third PLL parity case happens when two of the corners are swapped, like so. To solve this parity, position the swapped corners to face towards you and apply this algorithm. UU2, LL2, U2, L2, U2, LL2, UU2, F prime, U prime, F, U, F, R prime, F2, U, F, U, F prime, U prime, F, R. With that, our parity is resolved. For the last PLL parity case, you can easily identify it when you see two diagonal corners swapped, like so. To resolve this parity, position your cube with one of the swapped corners on your right and face the puzzle cube towards you. Then you apply this algorithm. Here's how it goes. UU2, LL2, U2, L2, U2, LL2, UU2, R, U prime, L, U2, R prime, U, R, L prime, U prime, L, U2, R prime, U, L prime, U. With that, we have successfully solved the last PLL parity case. We have come to the end of this video tutorial. Solving a 4x4 puzzle cube can be challenging, but there can also be lots of fun. Though there are many lengthy algorithms you need to learn to resolve the parity cases, you will get better and faster with more practices. I hope you have enjoyed this video tutorial. If you like our videos, Please consider to subscribe to our channel and smash that notification bell so that you do not miss any of our videos. Alright cubers, straight to the cube! And we'll see you again in our next video.